Well, Mother Nature seems to think I don't need any hay income. My dad kind of had the same view. So we're fooling around with rusty rod towing here. Today we're doing a couple little jobs. Like I'm going to swap on these wheels I made in my first video. They're a little taller, it should go a little faster. And I did a couple things under the hood here. And this thing still should run better. I swapped the carburetor. Let's see what I got here. It had a Kingston L4 on it. And probably the most common carburetor you come across is these Holley NHs. Really simple carburetors, just about like what your lawnmower's got. I was just wondering from sitting if this one's gummed up. Probably won't be able to get the camera to focus in there, but there's a light. You know, the camera ain't gonna see it. There's a brass flapper in there that can get cruddy. I might just run that through the parts washer or sonic cleaner and see what happens. Then there's a leaky radiator hose I got new clamps for. I think I just dumped them on the ground. Then I'll probably cut some floorboards. When I was walking by this today, maybe I should paint them doors black. Do you think black would look good on that blue cab with the fenders? Now I'll run out of daylight, but at some point I need to put fenders on it because this thing throws mud in front of you. And we built a little storage area here. I need to build another one, some running boards. So lots to do. I don't know if I'll do a little part every now and then or a bunch together. I'd like to get a roof on it too. I was looking the other day, that's not going to be as hard as I was thinking. Because there's enough hole in this bend here that you can put a straight piece of wood on and use the screw holes. There's a screw, I can pop it for you. It'll hold it into shape. Hell, I'll just run them until they break. Don't know if I should just use the truck canvas we got or actually buy the proper covering. You know, like this stuff, this grained, it's essentially outdoor vinyl. There's a proper name for it. I can't think of it right now. So yeah, we'll be back when I start on the wheel. Got the hubcap taken off. These tools are neat. You can find them at swap meets. This is a new one. Problem with the new ones is they seem to be a little more brittle than the originals. This one's a different color. Maybe it's better. I doubt it. So that'll be your hubcaps. The front wheel bearings are threaded. That's what that tool's for. This is your rear. And these are your spindle nuts, I believe. The truck is different, so I got to use other sizes. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to use a puller. Where's my keyway? There's a little keyway. There it is. Of course, it's on the bottom to make this harder. As you see, these are semi-floating hubs. And the cars are the same way. That's why you got to keep these wheel bearings greased up. that bearing starts eating on the axle and you break an axle, you lose your brakes, you lose everything. You're just along for the ride until it stops. Isn't that the simplest set of drum brakes you've ever seen? Kind of similar to a truck, you know, semi 18-wheel. Air brakes. This side doesn't grab, so I'm going to have to adjust on that. Just a nut on the back side. I wonder if this does the brakes too. Not that lucky. And his arm's got a tooth cam you can adjust. Well, that was on there real tight. Should be putting my new drum on here to do this. I'll just guess. Isn't that the best thing to do? See if that drags. It's going to clear the brake drum, or going to back it off, please. No, that will not clear the brake drum. That's dragging. This is all the way on. See, it's still dragging. That should run. Now sometimes these axles get warm and there's shims you got to put in here to keep the hub from going into your grease seal on the wheel bearing. This one almost needs a shim. Oh, hopefully I just didn't delete my video. Well, what do you think? Does that look better? I got some solid steel wheels I think I'm going to put on the front eventually to match some rear rims better. That's a toss-up. I almost like the duals better. Those will look better once I get fenders, running boards on it, and swap the front over to the solid. Well, this will do it for now. I guess, oh, stupid screen. It's kind of dark in here. But this arm has teeth. You loosen this nut and lock it in to the teeth. Let's just call it an S-cam S-cam for familiarity, to change how much it pulls on the brakes when this rod moves. Well, time to go for a quick cruise, see if all my improvements did any good. Since we had that motor part where I really need to take it on a long cruise, but I'm running out of daylight.